Welcome, it is Technical Tuesdays and today is volume 31, and before we begin we are both very apologetic that it always ends up being so late when we post these videos. Today we've been non-stop moving since about 10 AM and now it's almost 10 PM. However, don't worry, we are still here in the office making sure we deliver to you Technical Tuesdays.
Indeed. Now, this week's topic is actually how to deal with trading losses. Alright, so last week we actually broke down how many trading recommendations across our 29-30 volumes of these videos we actually gave over the past 10 to 12 months. Turned out we had a very high success record overall, and today we actually took the time to go through our personal Instagram, Astrofx, for you guys who are not following us yet, to see how many charts we posted basically in the last 12 months. Now, it turns out we posted 511 charts on the dot, all right, and 75 to 80% success rate overall. So with that being said, we're very grateful for everybody leaving the comments, making money alongside us and bagging them all important pips. Now, with that being said, the last 3 weeks, great 3-week streak, had a lot of pips in the market, and again, many people making money alongside us. However, just yesterday, first day, it was me, I woke up, I was in bed, did a little bit of analysis, and something drew me to Euro USD. I placed a trade, I was going long because my bias, again, you guys know, you've been following us, what key level I'm looking for. Everything lined up, a great 1 to 2 risk reward. However, market circumstances did in fact change. The market tumbled on us a little bit and we ended up losing about 125 pips.
That's right, and that's what kind of brings us to kind of brain something, you know, what a good topic to talk about this week. And you know, let's go back to the start. We all know, I'm sure many of you watching this and me and Sean both know, that it's very easy to find some particular material, not the correct material, but a lot of material when it comes to Forex. You can find stuff about different technical strategies, you can find stuff about the market, psychology, mistakes and traps. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there. But one thing that's missing, and one thing that a lot of people do not want to talk about, is number one, losing. Because, you know, people want to know, okay, are you meant to lose? How often are you meant to lose? How many losses is actually okay for a trader? And, you know, people don't really talk about the mental and the financial impact it actually does have. So in this video right now, we're going to go through everything, and I hope you guys learn a thing or two.
So first of all, the straight up honest and straightforward truth is that all traders of all levels of experience actually have losing trades.
That's right, you heard it first at Astrofx Technical Tuesdays.
Yeah, so whether you've been in the market for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, every level of trader does experience a losing streak. Whether it be 1 trade, 2 trades, or a week's worth of losing trades, or even a month, okay? So it's a long-term perspective. Now, let me take it back to one of our worst losing streaks, which was in start of December. It was just actually before I went to New York. I actually took a vow to myself to say, okay, I'm not actually going to trade this month because normally in December is quite dead. However, again, I'm always in my bed. My routine is grab the Mac, see what the charts are like, because I just love charts. Now, I remember I was looking at Euro USD again and GBP USD. Now, I actually placed a few trades, about a day or so, stop loss hit. Basically, in 1 week I had 5 stop losses in a row. I said to Nat, okay, that's it, I'm going to wait till the trip's over, come back in January, start fresh. Trigger fingers once again, open a laptop, I've seen some more trades. Everything met the criteria, I followed my rules. I was very relaxed and calm when I was trading. Ended up losing another 3 trades, so that's 8 losing trades in a row. And it wasn't until Nat actually gave me a phone call and said, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Did I actually then say, okay, I'm done.
That's right. Well, I did give Sean that phone call. You know, there's a lot of different things we could have done, especially after having, you know, 8 losses. And a lot of people might have, you know, jumped off a roof or drank a lot of, you know, vodka or whatever. But however, we just knew that what we had to do is to stick to our trading plan, all important trading plan. Because a lot of people, once they have those losses, they'll just instantly think that, you know, they're doing something wrong. And sometimes the market just, again, isn't going to cooperate with what you're thinking. So sometimes stick to your trading plan. It's the best thing you can do, and that's exactly what we did. When January started, we didn't change a single thing, and we haven't changed a single thing since we've been winning for 3.5 years. So guys, stick to that all-important trading plan.
Yeah, so while losing can be quite crushing and mentally, physically, and even on your soul, you know, you're going to go through different roads. You're going to go psychological road, doubting yourself. Oh, should I really be doing this? Could I put this time elsewhere to actually, you know, maybe work and gain a little bit of money on the side or whatever? Or you could go down the emotional road where you're now in a sense of despair. However, you're always going to, well, not always, but you are going to experience anger. You're also going to experience fear at times as well. But guys, it's all about getting back on your feet, taking them losses. Don't take anything to heart, and then push on.
That's right. So don't let no one fool you in this market, because we know a lot of people try and sell certain dreams and don't talk about the truth. But again, you heard it first at Astrofx. Trading goes hand in hand with being able to deal with losses, because losses are going to exist. Doesn't matter how good you are, doesn't matter what kind of FX name you've got, FX God, FX Guru, doesn't matter what you call yourself. You are going to lose if you are actually taking this on a professional level over a period of time.
Especially in the public domain as well. You know, we post a lot of trades. Sometimes we don't enter all of the trades. Sometimes we're in trades that we don't post, because sometimes you can jinx yourself, and that's always saying you're going to jinx us. Don't post all of these trades.
Always.
However, yeah, in the public domain, you know, people see our charts. If they go sour, then we're like, yeah, sour trade. You move on. Stick to your plan, as Nat said. Stick to your money management, your risk reward, and all will be well. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, during bad times, you know, we're the first to say sometimes your mind can be everywhere. You know, you're trying to panic. You know, you're trying to don't know whether to go to sleep. You want your money back. There's a lot of different things that will go across your mind. And to be fair, this is the main time that temptation kicks in. And you might be thinking, what temptation? The temptation is that, of course, if I just keep entering trades, sooner or later the market has to go my way. How many times can I keep losing? And what a lot of people do, especially what me and Sean did early on in our career, which was keep on placing these trades again and again and again, you know, basically trading off impulse and just hoping, just praying when the market does reverse. We've got so many trades on that, number one, we'll actually recoup our loss, and number two, we'll actually have a, you know, unrealistic huge gain on our account.
Or temptation to go rob a bank like Nat used to have back in the day. I'm just joking. Now, temptation, another big one, is going out there, doubting yourself once again, and looking for other people to follow. Now, we used to do this, and it's not a good idea. Man on an island, you've heard it here before, and you're going to hear it here again, over and over.
That's right. So the one thing that we want to take away is please, please, please do not trade off emotions. Whether you're bitter about the market and, you know, trades burned you and still went your way, or whether you're angry at the market and you just want your money back from one particular pair. Do not trade off emotions. Take a step back and then go back to your trading plan and then move forward.
With you guys, so losses are going to happen. Never shy away from losses. Always use the same lot size over and over again. And if you are even looking at our recommendations, just because we've had a few winning streaks, don't go even harder with your lot sizes and then lose a fat chunk on one of the losing trades. Right. So we're going to go on to how to prepare and how to stay away from the grim reaper of stop losses.
That's right. Let's go. So, talking about the question about how we can prepare and how we can deal with losses, we have to actually just, again, take that step back and think about the different ways in which the market moves. And a lot of people think the market just moves in two ways, and there's two different things you can do in the Forex market. Number one, being buy. A buy trade or a long trade, anything you want to call it. And number two, a short position in which we're selling. But I'm here to tell you there is a third thing that we can do in the market. I want you guys to think about this. I'm sure many of you are thinking, yep, I've got it. It's sideways. But I'm telling you it's not sideways. So I'll give you a few more seconds to think about it. Right. The third position is getting the hell out. So you got buy, sell, and you got staying out of the Forex market.
Yes, staying out. It's easier said than done. Don't get me wrong, it is easier said than done. However, we found one of the best ways, okay, again it's easier said than done, to actually handle your losses, losing streak, bad week, bad day at the office, by all means, is to in fact cover your wounds, lick your wounds, and actually stop the bleeding.
That's right. Stop damaging your all precious trading account. You know, I'm sure many of you have worked hard for that trading account, so don't just let it go away from some impulse emotional trading. Stop damaging your account. Think about it like, for example, if you go to A&E or an emergency and, you know, you've got a nurse or a surgeon and they've got someone on their table which, you know, is heavily damaged, they don't just start operating and trying to repair the person. The first thing they do is try and stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. So guys, exact same thing as you're trading. If you're taking hit after hit after hit, sometimes don't try and fight it with trades. Take a step back, bandage those losses and then move forward.
Wrap up the losses, guys, and all over, take it as an opportunity to learn. Now, overall, we wouldn't be here if we didn't lose so much at an early stage and gain so much market knowledge overall. Now, what I like, one little tip is, which I found, which is very, very helpful for myself, is when your trading capital is in fact just on a screen, it's just numbers. You don't really respect it as you would if that, let's say it's 10k account, if that 10k was in front of you, cash in bands. Would you really, what you got to think about is, okay, I'm going to put this trade on, however, I'm only going to risk £300 out. I'm going to risk my 3% out of my 10k, £300. You have to think, okay, I've got my physical 10k cash here, now I'm only going to risk as much as I'm comfortable with doing. However, we know psychologically, because it's just figures on a screen, you know, you're going to go way out the water and risk a lot more. So just think of that, guys. If this was 10k cash in front of me, would I realistically put, you know, this risk management on so to speak?
That's right. So opportunity to learn, guys. That's one of the best things you can do with your losses. You take them apart, you figure out why did I enter, where was my exit, where was my stop loss, give yourself some commentary and figure out what you did wrong. And you know, me and Sean wish when we were learning, we had a technical Tuesdays, right?
Indeed.
We wish we had people to actually sit down and tell us, okay, we've been through the losses for you. That's exactly what we do for our students. You know, a lot of our students that come to the office, you know, one thing they really appreciate is that we're saving them tens of thousands of pounds in just mistakes and traps. Just
and
mistakes
what not
and traps.
to do. And what not to do.
Yeah, that's it. Just believe me, there's such a big portion of the course which a lot of people know, and I'm sure you guys do, which is what not to do. Then you can be prepared on what to actually do in the
and
market.
actually seeing it work as well, you know, over a substantial period of time, not just for 1 week or 2 weeks. Giving them the faith that you don't need all of this junk that you may have got into before. However, this works.
That's
clean simplicity overall. Now, however, sometimes, and a lot of the time, you may do a few trades, okay, you may hit some stop losses, whatever, may lose some pips, and a lot of the time you will see that you haven't actually done anything wrong.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong. And that is correct. Like even with that Euro trade yesterday, great setup, you know, picked it out of a few currency pairs, so yep, go long, and all that happened is the market data and the market did not cooperate overall.
Oh, say that again, Sean.
The market did not cooperate.
All right, let's do this again. Market did not cooperate. You know, guys, that's such an important thing to always remember when you're trading. So
Snapchat hashtag losing trades. Market didn't cooperate.
that's actually a good idea. Yeah, if you guys lose from now on, whether it be on Snapchat, whether it be on Instagram, whether it's on Twitter, hashtag market did not cooperate. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
And alongside the market not cooperating to that perfect scenario, market data may be involved. Market data, I know we've got FOMC tomorrow night and so on. However, sometimes you just can't predict this. You may be in a trade, you put a trade on, you might be in this sideways trade until market data comes out, you might not. And you know, we've all got lives to live. Even just getting up the elevators in this building is a huge goddamn task to actually get into the office and see what trades we're in, because we hate trading off phones. We monitor our phones, but we hate looking at charts on phones. So sometimes, guys, daily life is as stressful as it can be sometimes. Can change your mindset on what trade you're actually in. And again, market data, there's no strategy out there which is going to predict market data, change the tone of the market, and it's just
right.
that.
Yeah, the news will just change the tone. Like, doesn't matter, you know, what position you're in, doesn't matter how much you're up in a particular trade. There could be a news event anywhere in the world. Anything can happen, and that's why we're not fundamental traders, and that's why we don't actually recommend anyone really go down that road. So what can we actually take away from all of this? So all of what we've spoken about so far, what can we actually take away from it? Well, sometimes you've actually got to put yourself back on again the outside shell and think, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I trading? And you know, if you're trading, hopefully it's because you've got a goal. You've got a target, you've got
a big goal, a life goal.
Yeah, anything you want to achieve, you know, hopefully, as we said before, you've got a vision board, you've got, you know, even an image in your mind of what you want to achieve when it comes to trading. And if you've got that image, then you should already know the path is not going to be a straight road. And if you think it is, you are really, really kidding yourselves. We knew coming into the market that it wasn't going to be easy. We didn't think it was going to be as hard as we thought it was going to be, but that's because we fell through every thorn, bush, market trap, fell off a cliff, everything when it comes to trading. But you guys don't have to, because obviously we do try and give you some advice. But yeah, remember, it's not that straight road.
It's not a straight road. The market, we like to preach all the time and time again to our students mainly, that the charts, the market, the whole thing is just a tool. It's a tool that's either going to better your life or it's going to destroy your life. The only way it can destroy your life is lack of education, following the wrong people, and getting your emotions and psychological states involved. So overall, the light will never just ping on one day.
Yeah. Doesn't even matter if you have an Astrofx book, which will help that light, but this doesn't turn it straight on. There's nothing that you can read through. There's not one video you can watch which will just make you instantly a good trader and the light bulb come on. That light bulb takes months and months, if not years and years of dedication.
Yeah, steady path, steady path of nourishment, practicing. A lot of people say practice make perfect, but perfect practice in this market will indeed make perfect. So every trade you do, always consider, okay, is this trade going to better my life? Take it from here to here, just small steps each and every time.
That's right. And when you do lose, let's talk about when people do lose. Like there's usually 3 roads that I think me and Sean, thought that people go down, which people do go down. Number 1, it's losing confidence. Don't get me wrong, we've been there. Many years ago, early on in our trading career, we've been there. We lose some trades and instantly we lose our confidence just with it. And when we lose our confidence, again, it does come across your mind, should I give up? Now, me and Sean, our worst fear is having a boss. And we're not going to have no boss. However, there's a lot of different reasons why people do give up in the market, and they just join that statistic, which is what you guys do not want to do.
We thought, even if my trade has 5 confluences, and every student that comes in here will say there's never going to be, I don't even go past 95%. Rarely past 90% when I line so many different factors up when I'm going over price action on the course. However, nothing could compare to hitting that alarm and going to work for somebody else. So no matter how many confluences you have, nothing's ever going to be 100% in the market. Lose confidence, me and that, I've lost a lot of confidence in the past. However, it makes you stronger.
That's right. And number 2 is, to be fair, drowning that sorrow. Now, it can be in alcohol, it could be in drugs. We don't recommend any of that. However, what happens is when you try and drown out their sorrows, you actually block a lot of reality when it comes to trading. Yeah,
blocking reality just as you're on demo account. This is my demo account, and you may have a losing trade, a couple losing trades, again, a few losses.
Say you start on 5,000.
Yeah, 5,000, you lose, let's say 500 or $1,000. It doesn't look too nice on your statement. All you're seeing is SL, SL, SL.
Red.
And you know what? Nah, this is only a demo. Let me just refresh it. You're not being honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Okay? When you put a seed into a bit of soil, the only way that can grow is coming back through the soil with a lot of weight on top. That's the only way you're going to grow as a trader.
There's a lot of our students which are messaging us, and they're just like, I had a trade or 2 losing, but we're like, do you remember the last 3-4 months you just had winning? And what we try and say is those losses, again, you get to choose how you're going to react to them. You can either pretend like they didn't happen and just continue to push, or share the extra 10-15 minutes out, go through your analysis again and figure out what you could have done to better yourself next time round.
Indeed, there's also a quote as well. So think of your losses as the water for your growth, and there's also a quote out there: life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Okay, now me and Nat, we've said this on other videos, I used to throw out phones up the wall. Mainly, if I look back at it, it's because of stupid risk management, stupid things I used to do, and not even knowing how the market works.
I was going to say, one time I actually kicked my own car. I was so angry. I finished gym, I hit stop loss, I swear down, I hit stop loss, I walked into the car park and I kicked my own car.
I think that was semi my fault as well.
It actually was Sean's fault, it's just a little bit. But I walked towards the car park, I kicked my own car, and I was like, what the hell did I just gain from that? So guys, again, you don't want to go down that street. It's all about controlling your emotions and not trading off that.
So
I was going to say, so number 3
trading plan
is trading plan. Number 1, accept that you've got a good trading plan. Number 2, follow your trading plan. There's no point sitting there in your bedroom putting a poster up and having a plan and having the calendar and having times that you're going to trade if you're just not going to listen to it.
I don't know if I've said this on a video before, but especially with a student, I used to have a compound interest calculator. I used to sit in my room, compound interest that's starting at 1k, I make 2% a day, and this thing was going into the billions. And I remember I printed like 1, 2, 3 off that. I was like, September 2016, I am going to be a multi-millionaire, I'm never going to lose. You just get whacked back down. Okay, just think of it as a realistic basis overall. So if your trading plan is in fact realistic, it's going to consider losses as well. So bear that in mind.
That's right. So to round this whole video off, because I know many of you are waiting for obviously the all important technicals for this week. Number 1, it's gain the correct knowledge, either the Astrofx knowledge, which of course you know guys know brilliant,
or knowledge from anybody who with a consistent at least 6 months of showing their skill in the market that actually works.
So many people unfortunately get the wrong knowledge. You know, we were speaking to a lot of people. We had a guy just purchased a non-UK course from Australia.
Shout outs for Anthony.
Yeah, shout out to Anthony who just bought a course from Australia, and he straight up said, guys, I've been paying for a course that has been delivering less than what I gained from your Technical Tuesday videos. And you know, we've had many people come in the course that just have simply said, I wish I didn't pay X, Y and Z, and we just simply say, you know, do your research properly and then invest. So number one, gain that correct knowledge. Without that knowledge, you are nobody in this market.
Indeed. Now the next step is to actually apply that knowledge efficiently. Now back to that quote, perfect practice makes perfect. Perfect practice. Be honest with yourself overall. That's why every student who comes in here, every non-UK student, anybody, the thing that's going to take you from here to here is a trading plan and actually recording your bad trades more than your good trades.
That's right.
Another thing that me and Nat like to think about is, okay, before we put this trade on, how much will we lose? If we win, it's a bonus. How much will we lose? If it's a decent amount, when we're happy with that amount, then by all means, all good. If you win that trade, it's a bonus for the day. That's
right. I think I was just Skyping with David from Africa earlier, and I was just talking about how just again picking up from his losing traits, how he can apply them to make himself better. So again, it's all about applying yourself, guys, applying the knowledge, and again, just taking losses as what they are. Lessons.
Indeed, and shout out to all of the Africa, all of you guys in Johannesburg who are getting through to us on Facebook. We're actually going to be heading out to Africa at the end of this year. I've been there before, got a lot of contacts out there, and these guys are loving not just the technicals which we represent, but however, they're just the drive overall, the drive of not being afraid of losses. Who gives a crap about what anybody else says? Go for it on your own, and overall, never let the losses get to your heart. And also never let the successes get to your head as well. Stay on the humble, straight and narrow path. And guys, we will see you soon.
Astrofx, you heard it first. Now, drop the pen. Technicals, let's go.
Welcome to the technical division, I'm joking, of Astrofx. Now, Euro USD, speaking of losses, I'm going to go over this trade, why it lost, so everybody calms down and we can crack on. So, as you can see just here, this is the 2-hour chart, by the way, guys. Now, Euro USD overall, I'm going to get to the weekly chart and the monthly chart in a moment. However, this trend line here, boom, right there, just adjust that, okay. So we had 0.1, 0.2, we had this huge bullish candle, and we did, right, my first judgments, right, from that 1.1, 1.050s were, okay, let's buy the euro, guys, to 1.1500. Now overall, if you can see where euro topped out was just above the 1.1450 mark. Now to me, that is still a substantial prediction, so to speak, in this market from a daily, weekly trading judgment / decision where many people are actually going short. And we actually called a long and it went in our favor. Long with AUD USD and GBP USD. Now, the reason I went long, I woke up Monday morning and I normally don't really analyze until about 2 p.m. just around the US session on a Monday to let the market find its feet. Now this trend line here, 1, 2, 3, okay, we had this candle, see this green candle, okay, I considered that as a bullish engulfing candle above 1.1360 support, a higher low in this whole formation just after this higher high here, and well, I wouldn't say it's a bang on tweezer bottom, however, slight characteristics, you know, there's always different opportunities in the market in which we must follow, and my MAs were not crossed over to the downside. I put the trade on, I came into about 10-15 pips profit, I don't know what it was, I can't remember, I was out the house at the time, and then unfortunately we slid, we broke that support, MAs crossed back over, we came to the downside, and the thing fell at around 200 pips. Here, I took its last stand. I said, you know what, my stop loss is 20 pips from the 1.1400 level or 1.1300 level. It was last night. I remember I tweeted about it, and unfortunately this morning I woke up to stop loss. It's fine. Now, as you can see, the price is currently on the 1.1150 zone. Again, I posted on the Instagram today and the Twitter these support levels, as you can see right in front of us now, 1.1160, 1.1050. Okay, with that being said, the weekly last week we did have I thought the MAs were about to cross over. We had the doji the prior week, the spinning top, and then we were bursting into new territory. I was actually waiting for the 1.1500, 1.1550 area to be, touched at least, and then look for potential short setups. So overall, a few things lined up for me. I thought it would have that extra 50-60 pip boost. Okay, and then start to reverse, as well as Friday's candle. I wouldn't really call it a hammer slash pin bar. I would have preferred a smaller top wick to indicate the momentum is quite strong. However, look what happened. We had the bearish engulfing, and we engulfed 2 prior days, the last Friday and the Thursday. It would have been a great sell last night. However, we've been all over the place this week. I've hardly been at the laptop, and to be honest, after 3 weeks and having a withdrawal, the 4th week doesn't really matter to us anyway. So that's why the trade went wrong. Unfortunately, it came. I know there was some announcements as well I found out today which weren't made public, and that's why the euro in fact crashed. But let me just go into the euro a little bit now. So look, we're on this 1.160. See, these key levels that we're getting are so accurate. If you break that 1.1050, which is 110 pips below, watch for price action reversals around here, mainly on the 4 hour, and here mainly on the 4 hour. There's nothing telling me, unless we break below here, that we're now in bearish territory. However, today's candle, Tuesday's candle, as you can see, is quite bearish. So Monday, Tuesday, bearish, 1, 2, 3, 4. In 2 days, we've covered 4 days momentum to the downside. This could indeed break below. I'm not sure. I'm actually out the market. I'm going to watch, because I think it's FOMC tomorrow as well, so be careful of that. And all eyes on the dollar really, but however, you can clearly see this key level all around here is what we're actually, touching right now. We're coming into that zone, and I'm just going to try Fibonacci on this because Euro loves Fib. Here we're only resting on the daily just above the 38.2. We could come lower. However, I'm going to wait for more price action. I'm going to hand select the best pairs out of my 5 or 7 pairs that I actually analysed to actually take a trade. So that's why Euro failed. I'm going to wait for more confirmation on the Euro, so I hope that helped. As I say, be honest with your losses, be honest with, even when it broke this trend line here on the 4 hour and the 2 hour, it could have been a nice sell trade for a nice 100 pips back down to here. This wedge formation was in fact broken. However, with a wedge, it probably can retrace 100% of where it came from, around 1.1150. However, that's, I'm just going to wait now, okay? I'm just going to wait. Might look for some inside bar setups to the upside, maybe on the 2 hour, 1 hour chart, and that's that. Okay, so Aussie dollar overall. Aussie dollar, I did say last week, 0.8250 to the upside. We actually pinned, which was a good achievement overall, 0.8150. Now, that from 0.7750, again, when everybody else was going short in the market, is still a great achievement for Astrofx on the whole, to actually go against everybody else and make a substantial amount of pips / profit and help other people worldwide as well. So what we did see here was a bullish uproar. We had this shooting star formation, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've actually broke the 4 hour channel. We had this 4 hour channel. I've had this drawn on for around a week or so with one of our latest students who we actually went over this. I think it was this here, this trendline break. We actually went through this live and made some money live on the day. And as you can see now, okay, this morning again I did a post, 1.7950 major support. We broke through that support, and we've also broken the channel. If we can sustain below the channel, we're looking to go even lower on this, because the weekly, we just check out the weekly. Let me just remove everything off here. If you look at this weekly candle so far, even though we got the crossover, we were capped around this zone. Oh, we're capped around this zone, and now we're looking at a bearish engulfing at the moment. To be honest, FOMC can shake anything up. However, end of week candle close will be something to watch. So if we consider Aussie, after having our fund, a couple hundred pips in a buy trade, this high of that spike is easily, you can even see it from here without putting a horizontal line on, it is a lower high in comparison to this lower high off this doji slash spinning top. Then we have the bearish engulfing. Can we have another one of these bursts of momentum? Because we've come through this zone here, 0.8050, tap that zone. I think we could potentially have another one of these on our hands. So if whatever FOMC news actually comes out tomorrow, I think we could see some weakness in the majors. We're going to get to GU in a moment. Okay, so I'm just perhaps saying this could actually go short. Okay, so just bear that in mind, guys. Now the GBP USD, I apologise for the Ichimoku on here, but there we go, there's our old target, 1.5700 to the upside, and we did bag another couple hundred pips right there. So our pip count in the last few weeks is quite substantial, and we have this trend line here in which we're looking at. We're stalling now at this key level, this technical key level just across here, just a rough one, around 1.55, 1.5450s. As you can clearly see there, we're still above that trend line. This could in fact boost to the upside again. If it does, it's going to take out 1.5800, a break below here and a close on a daily. We will be revisiting the 1.5100. However, I do in fact let me just check this out. Hold up. I reckon 1.6100 for the last 2 weeks. I've been saying that on GBP USD. It could be that, guys. It could be that, guys. But tomorrow's close, on the candlestick close, I'm going to wait. I'm out of the market at the moment. I'm going to wait until tomorrow's candlestick close. We'll give you updates on Twitter and Instagram. But again, June the 1st, Everything FX is launching. So do not expect any other charts on the Instagram, apart from follow-ups of our success on Everything FX. We've got some great features on the website where if you tag Everything FX on some of your posts, you might even get features on the website as well. It's completely unique. It's something nobody else has done before, and we're creating a whole new Forex community overall. So guys, Technical Tuesday is the last. We're going to post a few charts in the next 10 days or so, and then it's cut-off point. So you really need to get involved on that platform of high quality professional analysis. So watch this to the upside. There's potential for 600 pips to the upside here. Any break of this trend line here, this black trend line, we could in fact go short. Okay, so I'm giving you variations on these trades this week, whereas last week it was we're bullish for the last 2 weeks, where we did manage to gain a substantial amount of pips. Now we're giving you variations because it's going to depend on, like we said, news can come out and it can boom splatter everything. So next Sunday, a week on Sunday, there's going to be a webinar. Hopefully we've already got 800 seats booked out fully. So actually looking for, I think, just under 1,000. So if you guys are lucky enough to catch the link in that time, we're going to be advertising it Monday onwards and on next Technical Tuesdays. Boom. Then, we're going to go through the whole website. Very, very exciting time. But EU, GU, AU covered, different scenarios, why we lost. And guys, the webinar's free as always. We're doing everything for free. And all we want is appreciation. That's cool. So I hope you make some money, make some pips, learn, because it helps us as well. Giving back is the best thing of business. So let's go. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll get back to you soon. Thank you very much.